What's up, guys? How you guys doing today? This is Gypsy coming to you guys with a small inspirational video that I started this last Sunday, and I only do these not because I'm just trying to keep on putting videos on YouTube, but I do these because there's so many people out there that I will never meet. I will never say hi whatsoever, but I care enough to share what God has done for me and what God is still doing through me, and I hope this goes through me all the way to you guys, to enjoy such inspirational encouragement kind of thing. But I'm already kind of getting a little nervous, so bear with me. But today we're gonna talk about encouragement. My Sunday, my church actually, he was talking about encouraging others with words and respecting each other. And well, I want to encourage you guys today that you're not alone. There's so much stuff that's been going on through my life that is hidden and nobody really knows. Maybe some of the people are next to me and all that, but my past wasn't the best past. It was a good past from, say, when I got adopted to my high school-ish years. Around 17 is when I started really falling. I started really falling. The problem is, the weird thing is, though, I kept telling myself, I'm not going to be that kind of guy. I'm not going to do this. And you know what? Even if you tell yourself that you're not going to be that kind of guy, that you're going to be so much different from everybody else, you're going to be a good kind of person, you're going to be this, and this, temptation is so great that in your mind you're thinking, oh, I will never hurt somebody, oh, I will never cheat, I will never lie, I will never steal, and all that. But the opportunity sits there like a piece of pizza right here, and as much as I want to eat it right now, I know for a fact that I'm gonna have to wait till it cools down and wait till this video is over. But that's just like in temptation. It's right there and you're like, oh no, I can do this on my own, I don't worry about it. But then every piece of pizza changes into something different. Like you got a piece of pizza, you got like I guess a bowl of shrimp, a bowl of whatever kind of food that you like, and it just changes with every temptation that comes, and it gets harder and harder and harder. And when you're young, you really don't see it. You really don't. I never really saw any temptations that I was into. My parents were really good with teaching me about the Bible and stuff like that, but age 7 is when I got baptized, and I got baptized again later on. I can't quite remember what time or when I got baptized the second time, but I still needed God. And even though I said I want to steal, I want to cheat, I want to destroy, I still did all that. And not on purpose, because I was telling myself, oh, I'm so much better than all this, but it hit me, and it happened. And I can't tell you how unfortunate that how fortunate I have been, but how unfortunate it was when it did happen, and it made me feel like crap. It made me feel like I was nothing over and over and over again. I was trying to be a better person by myself, and it just never worked. And I see other guys out there that are hurting other people because of their self ways and all that, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be that kind of person. But you know what? I was that person for a time period, and it really sucks, because I look back at it and be like, oh, you live and you learn, right? Well, if you ain't gonna learn, what is the point of telling yourself you're gonna be a better person? Like, you can tell yourself, oh, if I do this, this won't happen. If I do this, this will happen. And if I do better at this, this will happen. And I'm just throwing things out there. But if you do everything except for putting your trust and faith and belief and everything in God, it never happens. It never changes. And I learned the hard way, the very hard way, that things just kept on crashing down on me. And I was trying to figure out why I couldn't get better, why I couldn't change the things that I wanted to change. But the last 2 years, when I really focused, well, almost 2 years now, when I really focused on God and when I really let Him take control, things were getting better. Now, I'm not saying it's gonna be easy and there's stuff that's gonna be hard, but like the temptation of this food right next to me is so much easier to be like, I can wait for it. I can wait and do what I need to do before I plow down on food. I'm not gonna lie. Just like when temptations come running at me, don't get me wrong, there's some temptations that I might fall into, but when I read God's Bible, when I read God's word, those temptations are nothing. And the other few days ago, I was just thinking of like what I've done and how stupid of a person I was. But you know what? It's not how we're not stupid. We're so trapped into this world of sin that is so, it's so useful. Like we're so used to it. There's the word I was looking for. And the more you're used to it, the more you're like, even if you try to get better, you'd be like, why? What am I getting better for? For yourself? No, because if you try to get better for yourself, you won't know what is better or what is worse. You just won't. Yeah, people say don't hit, don't steal, don't cheat, don't lie, what all that. You hear that 24/7, but you don't know why. And I didn't know why. I just thought I was doing it for my parents, I'm not gonna lie, because what my parents told me and all this. But when I understood that God was the one that's saying, hey, don't do this because bad things are going to happen. When I started understanding that the reason why bad things were happening is because I was doing stuff that was disrespectful and trash and all that, even when I wasn't trying to. Remember, I wasn't trying to do any of this. But the stuff that I went for looked okay. It looked good. It looked like a piece of cake. It looked like a piece of pizza just waiting for me. But that piece of pizza threw everything away. It threw me down. It made me sick because I'm lactose intolerant, obviously, but it made me sick. It made me feel like crap. It made me feel like I was worthless. It made me feel like no one liked me because of who I was. And then I tried to get myself better, but I never could get there. And the reason why I couldn't get there is because I didn't let God take control. I didn't let God be like, hey, I'm gonna write your present. I'm gonna write your past, and I want to write your future. Well, my past is not pretty. My present is still a little bit iffy on these things, but my future is in God's hands. And I can tell you right now that everything that I've done and everything that I've did is forgiven by God. Now, it comes in my head once in a while, and I hate it. I hate my old self. Yeah, there's a few good things about me, don't get me wrong, in the past. But I was so on a blank space that I wasn't on God's space, in God's space. And I encourage you guys, the ones that are having so much trouble trying to right their wrongs. Well, if you don't have somebody to help you right the wrongs, what wrongs are you righting? You know? And And it sucks because I still see everything going on in this world. I try to keep myself away from it, but you know what? As Christians, we're not supposed to keep ourselves away from it. We're supposed to go out there and share what God has done to us, and that is what I'm doing with these the videos. I'm telling you that right now that my life has been so much better, not perfect, not above everybody, but so much better for me to want to live, to want to enjoy life, to want to breathe air, not to stick inside myself and in my closet trying to like fix myself, because that will never happen. And I encourage you guys right now, if you're trying to fix yourself by yourself, there's the things that you're gonna miss, there's things you're gonna oversee, and there's things that you aren't gonna take a step back and look and be like, hey, what am I missing? You know? And I want to just pop in a few verses here real quick and tell you what you're missing. Well, I'm not gonna tell you what you're missing, because I feel like a lot of people know what they're missing. And even if they deny it 24/7, even if you deny that God's real, there's so much things that probably most likely happened into your life that has proven God is real, but you just don't want to. And once you understand and once you believe that God's real, your life isn't going to be as crappy as it is, or as sad, all that. It's not going to be better. It's not going to be amazing. Well, it will be amazing. It will be a lot better if you, but it's going to help you. God's going to help you along the way, the road you're going through. He's going to keep your confidence up. People give you a compliment and you be like, I don't think I look like that. That's why that was me. People are like, oh, you look nice and all that. I'm like, no, not really. I had the hardest time with my color. I'm gonna be honest with you that I had the hardest time with what I look like. And people are like, oh yeah, black this, Black Lives Matter and all that. And here I was sitting here and be like, I don't like being black because of what the world has been showing me, what the world's been doing. I did not like being the color black. But ever since I got into God's word, and ever since I got to understand that there's people out there that do care about your color, they don't bring your color up, but they care about everything about you. That was a Christian setting. And I'm not saying there's non-Christians out there that care about you, but they care more about themselves. Like I did. I just cared about myself. I cared about what I looked like. I cared about all this, and it didn't do anything to help me. It really doesn't do anything to help you. And instead of just sitting in your place playing video games 24/7, talking trash to people, you could. Oh. I'm just gonna let it go. You could take that and build other people up in words of encouragement. That not only helps you, I can't speak right now, but it helps them too. Oh, it's already on the lowest settings. No, it's not. My headphones are backwards, see? And it just hurts me to know that I was that kind of person. I lose my mind every single time I think about it. I really do. And I don't want you to be that kind of person. You like to play video games. I'm glad you like to play video games. But when you play video games, how do you feel when someone puts you down? How do you feel when someone says, oh, you're this and this and this? And instead of encouraging you, they destroy you. How do you feel about that? You don't feel so good. And then you come up with other words to throw them down, and they come up with other words to throw you down, and this, and it goes a back and forth destruction. And And it sucks. And that's why when I play video games, I always open in a word of prayer so that the gamers out there that do come and watch my video understand that it's not about them. It's not about a video game. And it's definitely not about disgracing your fellow teammates. It's about a community getting together and be like, hey, I've been playing this game for a good long time. Let me show you a few pointers. Or, hey, I'm pretty good at this, so let me try to get you up there too. It's about having other people play a game that you like. How many times do you like, if someone like, oh, I know that game. You're like, oh, sweet, let's talk about it. Doesn't that feel great? Instead of being in your own world and trash talking to every single person that comes in that's not better than you. And then nobody wants to really talk to you. Nobody really wants to get to know you. Nobody really wants to all that. And trust me, I trash talk with people sometimes, and I'm trying to do so much better than what I am right now. And I am doing so much better, actually, honestly. You know why? Because God is in the center of my life. God is the one that is unfolding my path for me to, even if someone trash talks back to me, I don't immediately be like, oh, you're this and all this. I try to figure out a way to encourage them to be like, hey, I'm new at this game, and yeah, you know, I'm trying to get good at this game too. So want to help me instead of make me feel like I'm a trash can, you know? But it makes you feel so much better when you like someone comes in and be like, hey, yeah, this if you try to do this instead of this, you might not die so much. But as when you watch video games, how many times do you go into a lobby and it's not that? And I'm trying to get more and more people, more and more gamers to help each other so we could enjoy a life together that God has given us. If you don't believe in God, you're missing out on so much what he can give you, you know? And in church today, I'm talking about encouraging and being a helper, an aid, an advocate, comfort, you know? I don't see any words saying to destroy, to tell them that blah, this and all that. No. And if you don't go to church, I encourage you to go to church. I encourage you to go to a church. You don't have to come to my church. But if you're in the area of my spot, come to church. God's waiting for you. You know, we're waiting for you. Here we go. It's not the full verses, but it's in Luke chapter 9. It says, hold on, I wrote that wrong. Sorry. It's not in Luke chapter 9, but Luke, the book of Luke chapter 9 is a really good book to go to. Hebrews chapter 3, chapter 2, Philippians chapter 2. All those are saying, hey, these are words to encourage one another and build one another up. You know? We're all called to bless one another and have others like encourage us too. And it just pains me every time I do these videos just to see how much trash talk us video gamers do. And we're like, oh, it's just a game. You know what? It's life. Did you ever think about what your words can do to somebody else? And do you ever think about what the words can do to you? Well, I do. I do a lot. And I catch myself sometimes and like, oh, I hope that guy loses and all that. No, I don't hope he loses. I hope he wins. Like the other team, I'm trying not to trash talk to them. I'm hoping that they win, and then we can get better. We can understand how they did it. Like playing League of Legends, for instance. We got annihilated, me and my team, because the other team were working as a team. And I'm like, wow, and I try to encourage my team to stick together. I wrote in the chat, I was like, stick together. They're working as a team and annihilating us. So let's try doing that. And when we got together as a team, do you know what happened? We started annihilating them. Yes, they still won, but we came together as one and fought back. Now that's encouragement. That's not giving up. And our team did try to give up. But me and my buddy were like, no, we're not giving up. We're going to keep on trying. Even if we lose, we're going to keep on trying. That's what real life is today. You got to keep trying. You got to never give up. And for the people that do give up, I pray every day that you don't give up. This world is so much bigger than you know. And unfortunately, you do have those people that talk trash to you and bring you down. So maneuver yourself and find a different group. Don't just give up. Don't just say everybody's the same. Everybody's like this. No, I encourage you to find somebody different, someone better with words of encouragement. Because every time you go into a new game, there's always another team there that's gonna be like, hey, you play this game too, let's go. And there's always gonna be a team that's gonna be like, oh, you're this and this and blah blah blah. Well, you can either mute them and forget that they're there and keep on playing. I encourage you to do that instead of just give up. Do something different, you know? Like for me, when there's a lobby that's just trash talking, I mute it all. I don't need to see the terrible words. I don't need to see people bringing each other down. But the people that are still in that lobby, I pray that they're like looking at that and like they're like, wow, my words are I'm calling somebody else trash when my words are trash. I feel like the gamers that are they really game and they're really there all the time and they're really like I feel like they don't know anything more than just video games, and maybe they do. I'm not saying that they do or don't, but I think I believe and I pray that they know God more than a video game. Plus, when you know God more than a video game, your words are so much better. Your words are so much kinder, and you get people to catch up to you and to get to your level of the game and be like, hey, high five, boom, like the sports teams. They're like, hey, high five, good job, we tried our best and all that. And those teams are together. But then the teams that are like, you suck, you did that, blah blah, do they ever win a game or do they ever get better? Nah, not really. You don't hear that too much because they're not really helping each other. And they're not really getting each other better in a good group surrounding. Just like a video game. But it looks like I got 5 more minutes left of this, and I just wanted to rant pretty much about that. God really has changed my life in my past times. God's really have opened up doors that I never knew that could be opened up. He really given me second, third, fourth, fifth chance, even though other people can't give you or me those kind of chances because they're like, oh, they're this kind of person. But God is real. God is there to help you and to encourage you to better yourself as a person. He's there to make sure that you get what you want, your desires of your heart, not the evil desires, but the good desires of your heart. And he's there to make sure that you get them, that you're satisfied, that he's there to help. He's there to help. And I'm gonna end in prayer here. Dear God, thank you for this day. Thank you for this Sunday, God. There's so many people out there that do not know you. There's so many people out there that know you, but are not telling other people about you, about what happened in their life. And I pray that those people that know you and know what you've done for them, Go out and spread your word. Spread the love that they're missing, that other people are missing. Spread the good gospel of truth. Other people may not want to hear it, and you know what? That's that. But at least they tried to spread it, you know? And every single time someone spreads the word, it will engrave into somebody's mind about what they heard, about the love of God, and change a few people. Not a few people, change the world. There's more to video games. There's more to someone's self. There's you. There's you. And I thank you for saving me. I really do. And I pray that you save each one of these gamers out there that don't know you, because they're stuck in the screen. They're stuck in the non-reality, but I pray that their reality becomes you. To help each other, to encourage each other with words, that my confession today of what I've done in my past, so that they know that they're not the only ones in the trap that Satan has put into our minds. You can overcome it, guys. You can overcome it. You just gotta believe, and you gotta do. Just do it. God, you're amazing. Every day you save somebody new, and I pray that this video saves somebody else new too. In Jesus' name, you are loved, everyone. You are loved. Just accept his love. If nobody else loves you, then just accept his love. Because he loves you so much. Just gotta believe it, so you can see it. And I'm at first hand. Thank you, God. Thank you. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. It's Sunday. I hope you guys that are playing those video games have fun, but at the same time, encourage each other. You don't need to put somebody else down just because they're not better than you. You don't. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had it better planned out in my head than actually saying it. So if I'm a little stuttery, that is why. But it's more because I just can't believe God has pulled me out from such a rut that I was in and changed my life around. He can do that for you too. Smile. It's not the end of the day. It's not. This song right here that I've been playing, I made this song myself, and I was in such a rut. It's called The Raging Sea, and I will upload it for y'all so you can hear it. But the past is past. Your future is in God's hands. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.